What if I told you Claude could now build complete AI agents in n8n with just a single prompt? So whether you're a complete beginner or an automation expert, this is something you do not want to miss. The secret is Claude now has MCP access to all of the n8n documentation, including all the nodes, all the connections, the APIs, and all the parameters. If that sounds confusing to you, well, don't worry. In this video, I'm going to show you step by step on how to build a working AI agent from a simple business description in under 10 minutes. If you sleep on this technique, you're just going to be manually building workflows, while everyone else is using this technique to build them in under 10 minutes. If you're new here to the channel, I create videos on n8n workflows, AI agents, step-by-step tutorials. So if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Click the button below. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. It's free for you and I'd really appreciate it. Now let's head over to my laptop and let's get going.
All right, let's get started. So there's a few parts to this process. First, we need to install the n8n MCP server. So I'm going to take you through that setup in just a second. The second step is we need to figure out what kind of workflow are we going to build. And so I'm going to take you through some prompts. I do have an idea. We're going to translate that idea into a WRD. And what that stands for is a workflow resource document. It's going to contain all the nodes, the error handling, any APIs, all of that good stuff that we can then feed into Claude and then use that n8n MCP server to give us a workflow JSON. Then we need to configure that JSON inside of n8n, make sure the workflow is working, gets us the output that we want, and then we're going to call it a day. Like I said, first step in this process, as you can see here, we're over on GitHub. There is the link in the description for this. It's pretty straightforward. There is a quick start video if you want to go through that. You are going to need node.js installed on your system, and you just run this command here. And you can scroll down and see if there's any other relevant information for you. It is pretty straightforward. The installation that I did was this one. So I would open up, let's say, a terminal browser. And essentially what I would do is I would copy this git clone and then the link for the GitHub repo. It's then going to copy all of these files that you see here over on the left. It's going to copy all of these files onto your computer, and you're going to install the npm, run it, build it, and then we add the config file to our Claude project, the Claude desktop in this case. It's not going to work on the browser-based version. The reason why it works on Claude desktop is because we're accessing files that are on our desktop, on our local device, because we've just installed all of these files on our computer. So this is the process that I went through. I'm not going to do it right now because I've already got this set up and installed, but it should be pretty straightforward. So long as you have Node.js installed on your system. If you don't, you can just click the link and follow the step-by-step instructions, get Node.js, and yeah, you can follow that through. You can do the macOS installer. Should be pretty straightforward. If you do have any issues, there is a full tutorial video on the GitHub. And once you've got that sorted, what we'll need to do is add this config file. Well, you can add either of these. Now, you can add the more advanced one, which gives you access to your n8n workflows inside of Claude, but you do need to add your instance URL and your API key. So for me, my instance URL would be, if you can see that, you can see I would just copy and paste this link here. And then what I do is I come down here and go into my settings and I grab my n8n API key and I would add that into the config file. So then you would copy and paste this, and in Claude desktop, you go into File, you go into Claude at the top, you click Settings, you come down to Developer, and you go Edit Config, and it'll bring up the file where your config is. I'm not going to open mine, it's got all my API keys in. So you're copying this, and one of the things that you can do is you can come into Claude. If you've got multiple MCPs in your config file, you can just copy and paste all of them, and then you'd be like, hey, can you add this config to my config file? And then you paste that with all of your details filled out. And then you should be good to go. You restart Claude, you come back into your settings, into your developer. You should see your n8n MCP here. Mine says running, so we are good to go. So what I've done inside Claude, I've created a project and I've added these instructions, pretty detailed. You can find these instructions in here. So if you scroll down, there'll be somewhere, there we go. It says for best results, use these enhanced system instructions. You'll just copy and paste this into your project instructions. You save that and then you're good to go. So before we do any building, like I mentioned, we need to brainstorm some ideas. So I've got a document here that my students all have access to. There is a bunch of different development prompts. I'm not going to go ahead with the first one because I've already got an idea of what I want to build. So for this video, I want to do a news summarizer where the agent pulls news from different sources and then summarizes those news articles and then sends that summary to Slack or email, right? So I can get the daily AI news, what's going on in the space without having to like scroll through a bunch of stuff. It's going to save me a bunch of time. It's also give me some insights into what's happening in the industry. So I don't miss any of the new releases and the updates, which are super important to stay on top of things. So this prompt here, the process to workflow mapping, I am going to use this. And what I'm going to do is pop this into Claude. And I have this thing called whisper flow. So when I hit this button on my keyboard, I can then start dictating to Claude. So I'm going to tell it the idea for my workflow. And yeah, let's go for it. Okay, use the prompts above to help me map out the outline of a workflow using an AI agent that goes out and finds a bunch of different news articles on the topic of AI, the new models, MCPs, things like this. We're going to grab the news articles. We're then going to summarize the most popular articles and the newest ones. We're then going to send that summary to Slack or Gmail. Now, don't build a workflow just yet. I just need an overview of everything that's contained in the prompt above. So boom, voice noted in. And the issue with using the n8n MCP server is that sometimes it goes off and builds the whole workflow without you asking it. So I'm just in a regular chat here. Now, these regular chats do have access to all of the MCP servers, so I'm just being explicit with exactly what I wanted to happen. Now it's mapping out the news aggregation workflow. So let's just go through and check this is actually doing what we want it to do. So we've got a trigger, news gathering, article deduplication, popularity score, recency filtering, content extraction, summarization. We could probably simplify this a bunch, to be honest. We've got decision points, data dependencies, the node architecture. So what I want to do, at least for this demo, is just simplify it so this isn't going to be like a crazy long video. Okay, that all looks good. Okay, can you just simplify everything? We probably don't need a popularity score. Just want to keep it as simple as possible for this first version of the workflow. So the next step, once it's given us the output, is to grab a WRD. I'm going to put the template for this, the Google Doc, in the description below if you want to get access to that. We're going to come back to Claude. I'm going to tell it, just voice note it in. Can you take all of this information and fit it in and complete the WRD, which I'm going to paste below? Okay, I'm going to paste that below. Boom. So the next step for us is to open up that Claude project with the n8n MCP server. We're going to add the WRD that Claude is now about to give us, and then we're going to see what kind of JSON it gives us. Now, this process isn't perfect. It does give us a place to start from that we can then add to n8n, go in there and make the changes that we need to make. Add the APIs, we could tweak certain nodes. The issue I find with this process is it gives us code nodes for almost everything, which is, I try and avoid them where possible. So we may have to swap some nodes out, but we'll get into that in just a second. Okay, so as I'm scrolling through here and just reading what we've got, very important. I know because it's AI generated, we think it's just going to be fine, but we actually want to read through it. And you see it's not mentioned the author. It's not super necessary. The reason why I've put that in this document is it gives us a really solid place to start documenting our build process, because you could then hand this off to your team and just have that as a file in case you hand the workflow off to somebody else, or whether you choose to build it for somebody else, you have kind of the source code, if you want, for how you've built it. So this looks good. We've got a trigger node, got some validation, credentials, data flow, field mapping. That's all good. Error handling strategy, pretty important. And the APIs. So we're using the news API, which I've found here. Not tried this before, so we'll test this out. And deployment and monitoring, I think we're pretty good. It is pretty extensive. Some of the things in here, not super important for that initial build. But let's go over to the Claude project and see what it gives us. Okay, so I'm in the project and let's just paste the prompt in and see what happens. I'm just going to give it a little prompt. Can you build this workflow according to the WRD? Now this might take a while, so I'll come back when we're done. So if you want to see how this process is working, we can see how it's operating inside of Claude. So you can see what it's doing is getting the workflow guide and it's searching the nodes, listing the nodes, getting the node essentials. It's now listing the tasks and getting the nodes for the tasks that we've mentioned. And now it's building a JSON file, right? I think this is just about done. So now it's validating the workflow and then we should be good to go. And then we can just literally copy and paste this over into n8n and then we'll see what kind of things we need to change. Okay, so it did find an error with the validation. So it's now given us the full JSON, fix those errors, and now given us a summary of what's happening here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this, come over to n8n, set up a new workflow, and then we just paste it in. So I've come to n8n, I've pasted in the workflow, and it's given us this error. So we're going to try and fix this error, tell Claude what's going on, and then we should have something that actually works. Okay, so Claude has just edited the workflow. Apparently this is compatible. Let's take a look, shall we? Okay, so that works. We now have like a V1 that we can come in here and work with. Now, often we get these ChatGPT nodes instead of AI agents. Sometimes an agent is not necessary. Like there is a few ways that we could build this workflow. We could have an AI agent that does the research on its own and has access to multiple different tools, right? Or we could do a linear-based workflow. So that's what we've got in this instance. We can specify if we want the LangChain AI agent node for specific purposes in the WRD. But we're going to work with this and see what kind of outputs that we get. So that's the process that we use, and that's how Claude generates workflow JSONs automatically in just a few minutes, as you've just seen. Now, I've been helping business owners learn n8n for a while now, and two big challenges usually come up for most people. So one, figuring out the technical side, and two, trying to understand what kind of process to automate first. Now, both matter, but without the technical know-how, it's easy to get stuck before you even get to the implementation phase. So if you're thinking about doing this for your own business or for clients, and you want to become an n8n operator, then you can click the link in the description below to find out about my mentorship. Anyway, let's get back to the video. So next step really for this whole process is to configure the workflow. Now, what I like to do first is to come through and resolve any error nodes. And the ones that I've seen here is this Slack one. Now, to keep this workflow even more simple, we're going to delete that. And probably going to delete this because we just add a Gmail node instead. And we look for send a message on my Gmail account. I'm just going to put my email address, AI news, and we could change all this. This is just to get rid of the nodes, the errors, and that's cool. There's no errors. Got a ChatGPT node with the OpenAI account. I'm going to give it a better model. I'm going to do 4.1, and we're going to need a prompt in there as well. And then for this fetch news, hopefully that's the right link. We're going to need API key, and for test purposes we can put the API key there. Probably better using the authentication. So we're going to do generic, and we're going to do a header auth, and then we're going to create a new credential. Then we come over to news API and we look for the documentation. We're looking for the parameters. So the API key, this is what we're going to need as a HTTP header. So we'll come through into the workflow, pop that in there. I'm just going to put news API. I'm going to pop in my API key and paste that in. We can save that, and then we can remove the API key field, and it's got a query here: artificial intelligence, machine learning, GPT or AI. Let's just keep one query for now. Add a manual trigger. This schedule is just going to go off. This is a custom cron. I don't know if that's correct or not. We can change that to days, every day, trigger at 9 a.m. and then simple. So let's take a look at some of these other nodes, make sure that everything looks good. So the split articles, we need to give a prompt in here. So what I'm going to do is going to come through to Claude. So in the workflow, there is a ChatGPT OpenAI node. There is no prompt inside. So can you give me a user prompt? And if we need a system prompt, let me know, but give me something simple that I can put in to test this workflow. Okay, boom. And then we should be good to at least run an initial test. Format message. Okay, we'll see if all these expressions work. I am doubtful. Let's save this. Use summarizer. We got a system message and a user prompt. Let's put them both in. and then change that to expression. And let's see, I don't know how well this is going to work, to be honest, but let's just run it. So the API's worked. Let's see what we've got. Could definitely do some filtering on that. This looks like pretty general. Sort by published at. Okay, aggregate results. Let's see. Okay, so it's ask in the aggregate results section. It's given us these input fields, but obviously they're not mapped from anywhere. So I think what we can do is delete these, delete this, and we can, that should be the same. Okay, message content, field name, let's execute. So we've got all these summaries here. So this is giving me 30 items. Let's think all of this is necessary. Email subject, email body. I think we can just pop in all the summaries, execute step. So it's just like a set fields node that we can then use, pull into here. Let's just do plain text, message, body, append, n8n, and then should be able to just pop all of this in here. Okay, subject, outline, the message, email body, execute step, and that's been sent. So let me check my Gmail and see what we've got. Okay, so we do have an email. We do have a very basic sort of text-based summary. Now, what we could do in this instance is we could add the summaries into a code node and then ask Claude to basically break those summaries into individual blocks and add that to the Gmail. And the point of this video was to show you the process. We've got a working workflow, it's pulling news and it's sending the email. Now, obviously, if I was to spend more time on this, I'd want to filter the articles and be a bit more specific with the search that we've got there. I would also want to send the URL and the summary and the title of the blog post, and then have those as chunks of text inside the email. Maybe I would do a code node and format everything in HTML and then have it send over to my email every single day. But that's just an example of the process that I use to build workflows for me, for my clients, for my mentorship students. You can use this too, pretty straightforward to do. And this kind of gives you a decent V1. Now there's different things that you can change here. Obviously you could use an AI agent, different APIs, you could pull news from different sources, but this is just a first draft. And yeah, obviously if you spend more time on it, you're going to be able to tweak it and get the exact outputs that you want. So now you know how to build n8n workflows with Claude using the MCP server. This took, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 minutes, a little bit longer than I promised at the start of the video. But once you get this process down, you can whip through the entire process and you can have something like this working in about 10 minutes. So if you want help automating your business or creating automations for your clients, I do have the n8n operator mentorship. So the link is below in the description if you do want to find out how you can join. We've had people like AJ Vaynerchuk from Vayner Sports, Gary Vee's brother, he joined. We've got 7-figure entrepreneurs. We've got teams from different companies inside of the mentorship. So if you are curious, the link is in the description below. Also, watch this video next where Anthropic's founder shares their internal rules of when to build AI agents versus building linear workflows. I think you'll find it super interesting. See you in the next video.